Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Samsung A50. Now you can pick this up on Amazon. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one, $300. Now this is a special request video. Somebody asked me to check this one out, so let's check it out. Now at the end, I'm going to answer two questions. Number one, is this phone worth $300? And number two, do I like it better than the P30 Lite, which is also the same price? Now let's go through the specs real quick. This is a GSM phone, so if you got AT&T or T-Mobile, you're good to go. If you got Sprint or Verizon, you assed out. Now the phone comes in 4 different colors. You got black, white, blue, and coral. For the display, you got a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2340. Now that's 403 for the PPI Patrol. You got Gorilla Glass 3 on the front and a plastic body, which Samsung is calling 3D Glastic, a mix of glass and plastic. I see what they did there. For the processor, you got the Exynos 9610 with the Mali G72 MP3 GPU. What does that mean? Mid-range specs. Now it's running Android 9 VIP with Samsung One UI skin on top. Now it comes in 2 different versions. You got 4 gigs of RAM with 64 gigs of storage, or 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage. Both feature a micro SD card slot for expandable memory up to 512 gigs. For the battery, you got a non-removable 4,000 milliamp battery that features fast charging. Now for the cameras, on the rear, you got a triple camera setup. So one is 25 megapixels, that's f1.7. You got an 8 megapixel, f2.2, that's your ultra wide. And you got a 5 megapixel, f2.2, that's your depth sensor. On the front, you got a 25 megapixel camera, f2.0 lens. Now you also got Bluetooth 5.0, USB Type-C, NFC, FM radio, headphone jack, always on display, and an on-screen fingerprint sensor. All right, so all of that for $300. What's missing from my usual checklist? No IP rating, so the phone is not water resistant. No wireless charge. No dual speakers. No quad HD display. And no 4K video. And no 1080p 60 frames per second video either. All right, so let's unbox this and see what it is. First things first, shout out to White Shoes. She took the day off. Here we go. Samsung A50. $300. Now I went with the white color. Let me grab a little unboxing knife. Got the Jack Sparrow today. Here we go.
I love my white shoes. I love my
y'all, hold up.
I love my white
Cue the music.
shoes. I love my white shoes.
White Shoes back in the building.
I love my white shoes.
White Shoes.
I love my white shoes.
Calm down. Y'all see how I caught the knife? I was getting ready to do my rah, and I just caught myself. Let me move away. Rah. Okay, that was a close call, Shoes. You almost lost a whisker. All right, Samsung A50. Let's see what you get inside. Okay, here we go. Okay, Samsung with a case now. Got your usual books and shit, your warranty card. I like that. You get a case. All right, now this is my first Samsung phone that ever came with a case. Gel skin case, nothing fancy. Shoes, check that case out. Let's see what else you get. Now here's your device. Let's get rid of this plastic. Wow. Woo! Now, I got to keep it real with y'all. Hold up, let me do the smell test. Now, I got to be honest with y'all. When I read 3D Glastic and plastic frame, I was already kind of writing this one off because the P30 Lite has this beautiful glass back. But now, after seeing this and holding it in hand, it almost feels like glass. And it has that same look. Let me pull out my Galaxy S10 Plus. Look at the Galaxy S10 Plus. You see that shimmeriness? Oh, this is kind of beautiful. All right, I was sleeping on this one. All right, Shoes, scoop. Let's see what else you get in the box. Now, this deal on Amazon, if you buy it for $300, it comes with a 64 gig micro SD card to fit right in that slot. Let me throw that in my back pocket. Okay, you get your charging brick. Now, this is fast charge, 15 watts, I believe. You get a set of Samsung headphones. Now, let's see if these are the AKGs or just the standards. Hold up, I don't want the package to troll me. Got my little knife back here. Rah. Come on, package. Rah. Trolling package. All right, here we go. Let's see. Now, these are not the AKG headphones, but standard Samsung ones. They actually look nice. Look at those tips. Oh, these ain't bad. Let's see, does you have a button? Oh yeah, look at this. You got a full button. Shoes. All right, scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot. You got a full button right here. Let's see if y'all can look closely. Got some Samsung branding. I actually like that. All right, shoes. Do your thing. And you get a micro, let's see, is this micro USB Type-C charging cable. And you also get your SIM ejection tool embedded into the box. Now, for the phone itself. First, we'll throw in the case and see how it's going to look with the case. This is actually a nice little case. I will say it's better than the Huawei ones. Nice tight fit on that. Beautiful. This back panel is dope though. Let me wipe it down so y'all can let it shine in your mouth. Look at that. On the back, there's your triple camera setup, LED flash. You got your power button, volume up and down. Let's hit that. Now in the front, you got your little pinhole teardrop Dante's Peak notch. Okay. Let's see, you got a little screen protector on the front. Shout out to everybody that got the Galaxy Fold. I know. Screen protector on the front. Now you can leave this on if you want, but come on. Wouldn't you rather do this? Rah! And enjoy that beautiful display? Now if you got Butterfingers, leave it on. Alright, leave it on. But me, I need to feel this. Alright. Y'all remember back in the days, people used to buy those couches and put plastic on it? Don't do that. Alright, don't be that guy. This is how your notch is going to look. On the other side, there's your SIM tray. On the bottom, headphone jack. Headphone jack, one more time. Headphone jack, Apple. Pay attention. USB Type-C. There's your mic and your speaker grill. Another mic on the top, and that's pretty much it. All right, so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get everything set up, and I'm doing my usual nightly errands tonight, but I'm going to try something different. Now, I'm joining this new gym, so I'm going to take the phone with me, and we'll do the camera testing in this new gym and see how it looks. Talk amongst yourselves. Matter of fact, just hold up. Just feel that for one more. Matter of fact, hold up. Before I dip out, let's do a little size comparison. Here's the A50. Now, the A50 is actually pretty big. Giggity. Here's your Galaxy S10e, and here's your A50. So if you notice, the A50 is a lot taller. After seeing this, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm definitely getting the A70 and the A80. I usually stay away from Samsung mid-range phones, but I might have to try something different. All right, so it's a lot bigger than the S10e. Now here's your S10. Put them side by side. It's a lot taller than the S10. This is almost S10 Plus size. Matter of fact, I would say they probably about the same size. Look at that. Here's your S10 Plus and your A50. Yep, literally the same size. In fact, the S10 Plus is a little bit taller. Now, when you hold in the S10, calm down, Floss. The A50 is a little bit taller than the S10 Plus. Now, I will say this. When you holding them both in your hands, you can tell that this one is aluminum and this one is plastic. It definitely has a lighter feel to it, but it doesn't feel cheap. It just feels lighter. Now, I already said the S10 Plus and all of the other S10 phones, they already feel a little bit too light for me. This one is even lighter. All right, hold up. Calm down. This one is even lighter, but it still feels premium. All right, so let me set everything up. I'll put my information in, and we'll go through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, I just put my information in the phone, got everything all set up. I went to the gym, I went shopping, tested out the camera and all of the features, and I got to be honest with y'all. On a scale of 1 to 10, the Samsung A50 is a major go. Samsung hit a home run with this. I'm really impressed. Now listen to this. Over the last 10 years, I've always bought Galaxy flagship phones. I never bought the mid-range or the budget phones, strictly top tier. But lately I've been trying mid-range and budget phones from other companies like Huawei, Motorola, and Sony. And these companies been stepping up to the plate. Samsung stepped up big time with this phone right here. Let me tell you my true experience using this phone and the experience you're going to have with it. It's the same as using the Galaxy S10 or an S10 Plus, but watered down. Now, when I say watered down, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean you're not getting all the bells and the whistles of a flagship device. You're not getting the waterproof phone. You're not getting the quad HD display. You're not getting dual speakers. You're not getting wireless charge. But you still got a lot of the cool features from all of the new Galaxies, like always on display, fully customizable. You still got the video wallpaper. You still got pop-up windows and multitasking. You still got a lot of the fun stuff that you want from your Galaxy phone on this A50 for a fraction of the price. Now keep this in mind. This phone right here is $1,000. This one, $300. Now look, everybody ain't balling like that. All right, look, let's keep it real. Some people got 3, 4 kids, and you got to buy phones for all of them kids, and they want something nice. All right, you work. You don't got to buy them the cheapest garbage on the market. They want something nice, but you can't go out and buy 3 Galaxy S10 Pluses. 3 of these for the same price as this. Now watch this. You see the always on display on this? Same always on display. They look the same. Now check this out. Hit the power button on both of them. Video lock screen on both of them. This phone really impressed me. All right, so let's break it down. First things first, build quality. Now look, I honestly thought I was going to hate this plastic build. And you know, they came up with this new term, 3D glass stick. I was like, all right, that's just a market employee or whatever. But this phone feels so good in the hands. Ladies, you know the procedures. At first glance and the first time you hold it, it's not going to feel like plastic. It actually feels the same as this, but a lighter weight. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic. It almost feels like glass, and it has that same look. So the build quality on this is A1. Now, although it's not waterproof, no IP rating, we're not going to gripe about that. And speaking about gripes, all right, a lot of the things that I would usually bash a phone for, I'm not going to bash on this one because you got to gripe accordingly. This is a $300 phone. If you want wireless charge and a quad HD display and dual speakers and an IR blaster and all that good stuff, you're not getting that for $300. Now, you might get the latest and greatest processor on something like a Poco phone, but even on the Poco phone, no quad HD display, no dual speakers, no wireless charge. You got to pay to play. It's the same way if you go to Burger King and you get a $3 hamburger, you can't be complaining that the lettuce is soggy, the tomatoes look flimsy, the meat is not charbroiled to perfection. That's the kind of gripes that you have when you get a $30 burger from a fancy restaurant. You get a $3 burger, it is what it is. $30 burger, you expect more. Same thing with these phones. For $300, you can't expect flagship status, but this phone actually delivers the $300 price tag and more, and more. So speaking of build quality, feels good in the hands, nice, lightweight, just looks great. Now look at the front. You got an always on display, the same always on display and the same customizations you're going to find on the Galaxy S10, S10 Plus, and S10e. The only thing I noticed is you can't adjust the brightness, but it's still fully functional. You can tap it, you can swipe. Like if I had my music controls set, I'll be able to swipe it. I got to set that up in the settings. Now, a couple of different ways you can open up the phone. You see you got your on-screen fingerprint sensor. So let's try that out. All right, on-screen fingerprint sensor. There it is. Now, you don't have to power the phone on. You can do it while it's off. Now, it's not the fastest and smoothest in the world, but it works. I would say it works 90% of the time. Now, one thing I will say, I got to keep it a buck. I'm not going to act like this is the best phone in the world. This phone is a little bit slower. All right, it's a little bit slower. And here's the thing. If you're coming from a flagship Galaxy, you're going to notice that speed difference immediately. The transitions and the animations, they are a lot slower. It's not laggy, it's just slower. Now, I went to developer options. I turned off all the animation, the transitions, everything, and it's still just not super smooth. You pick up your Galaxy, you press the button, you expect everything to happen immediately. This is just a brief second slower. But again, for $300, we're not going to complain. All right, so you got your on-screen fingerprint sensor, and you got face unlock. So you see, I'm not looking at it. Now I'm going to lean over and open the phone while looking at it. Bang, just like that. Let's do that again. Let me see. Let me look at it correctly. There it is. I like to do 3 in a row. There it is. All right, so you got fingerprint sensor. You got face unlock. You can also just swipe up and put in your pattern or your pin. Let's take it to the fingerprint sensor one more time. Now, here's the thing. Same thing with all the new Galaxy phones. When you set up that on-screen fingerprint sensor, set it up once like this, and once like this. So this way, whatever angle you grab your phone, it's going to open up. So let's try that real quick. You see, I got it set up like that. And I also got it set up sideways. And it works fine. Now, let's look at this lag factor on this. Minimum lag. All right, minimum lag. It is pretty smooth. You got Bixby, but no Bixby button. I kind of like that. If you want to, you can map Bixby to the power button, or you could just leave it off. I suggest leave it off. Let's take it over to the toggles. Now, if you look closely, all of the same toggles that you're going to find on your flagship Galaxies. Mostly all of them. Check this out. You got your flashlight, of course. You got power mode. Let's put it on, matter of fact, I'll leave that. If you want, you could put it on different power modes. Let's just leave that, though, because you got to play with that, really. Let's go back to the toggles. All right, you got your blue light filter for in the middle of the night. Don't get blinded. Let's see anything. You got smart view. All right, so if you want to use this phone as a projector, you got your secure folder. Now, I don't really talk about secure folders too much, but basically that's Samsung's version of thought protection. So you open up secure folder, you can have your apps. So you don't want nobody looking in your Instagram. You can leave your phone unlocked, but put Instagram in your secure folder. And in this way, in order to get to Instagram, you got to go in your secure folder and open it. And you can also set up a fingerprint. So when you're on your lock screen, you hit that fingerprint. Say I set up my thought print as my middle finger. That'll be my secure folder print. If I'm on my lock screen and I hit the middle finger, it'll go straight to the secure folder. Same thing, when you take pictures, if you're taking some scumbag photos, you can take that photo and send it right to your secure folder. So you got that on deck. You got your mobile hotspot. Let's see, you got night mode. That's why everything is blacked out. You got your navigation. Now, if you want, you can get rid of these navigation buttons and have swipe gestures, but I hate them. I really hate them. You got Dolby Atmos. That works when you plug your headphones in. You can adjust your sound settings. And you got kids mode. Let's go to regular settings. Now, one thing I also noticed, this particular one doesn't have NFC. Now, if you go to Samsung's website, certain A50s, A70s, and A80s, depending on which region you live in, they're going to have NFC. This one that I got, the specific region, doesn't have NFC. Not a deal breaker for me, though. Let's see. Let's go through. All right, so you see you got your basic Bluetooth. Let's go to more connections. You see, no NFC. But you do got print in, mirror link, VPN, and your private DNS and your Ethernet settings. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to sound and vibrations. Now, just like any other Galaxy phone, there's so many settings. I don't want to go through all of them because that'll take forever. But let's just check out the sound mode. Let's go to, matter of fact, ringtone. Matter of fact, volume. I'm looking for volume. Listen how loud that is. Honestly, this speaker sounds pretty good for one bottom firing speaker. And you can change all your system sounds, do what you do. We're just going to skim through. We don't need to check notifications. You can block, allow, or prioritize them. We don't need to do that. Display settings, let's put it on max brightness. Now, this phone gets super bright. If you notice, I love having my phones on max brightness. And all this time, I didn't even have it on max brightness because you won't need it. This is one of those phones that gets super bright. All right, you got adaptive screen mode. Change that if you want. You got, now this is the AMOLED panel, so all the colors look beautiful. I'll leave it on adaptive, but if you want, you got cinema, photo, basic. Play with them and adjust advanced settings if you want. Blah, blah, blah. Anything else? Navigation bar. Now, here's if you want to, you can activate the swipe gestures. It'll be like an iPhone. I don't like that on any Galaxy phone or any Android phone. I'm not doing swipe gestures. I already do that enough on iPhones. But you can change your button order if you like having back on the left or the right. Do what you do. You got touch sensitivity, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. We don't need device wallpapers, lock screen. All right, so now, matter of fact, if you don't like using that fingerprint sensor and you don't like using biometrics, you can use smart lock. So say you set it up to whenever you're in your office, your phone is automatically unlocked. You're in your car, you're in your house, wherever you set it at that location, or say you got it set to 30 feet around you, it'll stay unlocked. All your different settings, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, you got biometrics and security, fingerprints, face. Here's your secure folder. Let's go to advanced features. Okay, so you got your smart pop-up windows. Let's go to motions and gestures. All right, so you got lift to wake. You got double tap to wake the screen. Smart stay. Basically, what that means is the phone is going to stay on as long as you're looking at it. Smart alert. Smart alert is when you got your phone on the table like this and you're getting messages, but your phone is on vibrate, once you pick up your phone will alert to let you know that you missed messages while it was face down. Got easy mute, one hand mode, palm swipe to capture. That's your screenshots. Swipe to call or send messages. So when you're on your text message screen, say you get a message from Bob and you want to call him, you swipe this way and it'll call him, swipe the other way and send him a message. Now you can do that from your call history. That's pretty dope. Okay, you got your send SOS messages, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, you got your digital well-being. This is kind of cool too if you want to monitor how long you wasting on social media and how many hours of your life you wasting on your phone. This will keep track of that for you. Let's see, you got device care. Let's check that real quick. We'll do a quick scan. All right, so right now it's at 100, so we don't even need to optimize it. But say it was at 96, you had apps running in the background. You hit optimization, and it'll clean it up for you. Let's see, you got your general management, blah, blah, blah. Accessibility. All right, so just in case you're hearing or visually impaired, you got all the basic settings. You got about phone and developer options. Like I said, so far, pretty smooth, minimum lag. Just not as smooth as a flagship Galaxy, but it's not horrible. It's not bad at all. Let's take it over to YouTube. We'll check out the display and listen to the speakers. Okay, got one of my classic test videos. Here we go. Now listen to how loud these speakers are and look at this beautiful display. 300 bucks. That speaker is loud. Great viewing angles. Beautiful AMOLED panel. Nothing to complain about. All right, so now let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com.
Opening web page.
Nice and fast. Now this is a full website with all your pictures. Now this is running Samsung One UI, so you get all your Samsung One UI features like split screen multitasking. So let's open up YouTube. We'll do that in split screen, and we'll take Facebook on the bottom. So Facebook, YouTube at the top. If I want to, I can open up Apple in a pop-up view and rock this at the same time. And we can minimize that. Let's scroll, let's get out of this. And there it is. All your split screen multitasking features on a $300 phone. That's pretty sick. All right, so now let's take it over to one of my favorite features of this phone, the camera. This is a great camera for a $300 phone. Check this out. All right, let's go through all the different shooter modes. You got your panoramic shots. You got pro mode, change the white balance, ISO. You got live focus, that's your portrait mode. You can adjust the blur. You got regular photos with scene optimizer. Turn that on and off if you want. That's basically your artificial intelligence. You got video, slow motion, and hyperlapse. Now video, if you hit settings, the maximum video resolution is full HD. That's 1080p, 30 frames per second. You don't got 60. Same thing with the front facing video. Full HD is the max. Now, if you go to photos, here's one of the things I love about this camera, the wide angle lens. Check this out. Now, this is regular. Watch when I hit wide angle. Now I can see literally everything. Back to regular. You got Bixby Vision. You got AR emojis. Now, let me show y'all some pictures that I took. All right, so let's go through all of the pictures that I took tonight. Now, here's Xerxes chilling on the table. And this is how I can always tell when a phone has a good camera. When White Shoes comes out brown, that means it's a good lens. Because in real life, she's really a lot more brown. You see this one right here? That's how her face really looks mad tan. Now look at this portrait mode shot. Background is nice and blurry. Shoes looking extra crispy. You see all that tan color? Picked it up real nice. Here's another portrait mode shot. Background is blurry. You can adjust the level of blur if you want. Let's go to edit background effect. You see, I got it on max, but I can make it disappear. Everything will be straight. And then max blur. This is another one, real nice. Point and shoot status. Now, one of the best things about this camera is the wide angle lens. So a lot of the pictures that I took them regular, and then I took them in wide angle. I see this is just inside the bodega. Everything is nice and colorful. Check this out. Now you see the menus on the top. You can't see all of them. Then I hit wide angle. Now you can see all of them and everything around that. That's pretty dope. Here's a night shot. Now this camera doesn't have a dedicated night shot mode, but it still came out pretty good. Night shot, and there's wide angle. Now you can see the whole block. Got a little glare on this one, but it is what it is. Here's another night shot at my new gym. And there's wide angle. You can see the whole complex now. Now these are just regular shots inside of the gym. All of the colors pretty accurate. Now check this out. Here's the zoom feature. Now this is wide angle. I'm trying to focus in on that store in the back. So I zoomed in a little bit and maximum zoom, and it still came out clear. You see how far away that was? Across that whole counter, across the whole front of the gym. And it came out clear. So a nice zoom on this. Now this is me about to get it in. Now here's the front facing camera. Portrait mode status. You see the background kind of blurry. Sun's out, guns out. Let's go. Another one, you see the size medium shirts. Front facing camera looks pretty good. Now here's the basketball court. Had to cross some young dude up. Almost had a heart attack doing it. But I came out of retirement. Look at this. You see that Air Jordan picture in the background? Now watch when I hit wide angle. Look how far that is. You can almost see the full basketball court. Here's the pool. And then a wide angle. You see the difference? Wide angle is one of the features that you're going to use the most with this camera. Trust me. Now my usual supermarket test. See all the colors looking nice and vibrant. There's your wide angle. Now for the Velveeta test. You see this is regular. You see the background. Everything is nice and clear. Now I'm going to put in live photos. Live focus. Now this is maximum bokeh. All right, the maximum bokeh effect. We call it bokeh. Maximum bokeh. You see how blurry that is? You can't see nothing. But the foreground is still crystal clear. Now I turned it down a little bit. Put them on minimum bokeh. So you see it's a little bit blurry. You still see that deluxe Velveeta right there. And if I want to, I can change the background effect. You see this is about 50% bokeh. If I put it on maximum, you see how blurry that got? Let's apply that. Look at the difference. I actually like this. As long as the foreground picture is clean, I like it when the background is super blurry. You can't see nothing. So say you had some people you wanted to edit out, just make them blurry and disappear. Let's see what else. Now here's my usual video test. Just walking around the store. This camera is pretty stable. And it actually looks real. It doesn't look like a gimbal. This is the actual speed that I was walking. I wasn't going fast. A lot of cameras, when you put it on video, it speeds up the video a little bit. This one is more lifelike because I was actually walking slow. But you see how smooth that is? Now, as usual, when I test cameras out like this, I try to take big, heavy steps. So if you see the video going like this, that means it's shaky. I'm taking my big, heavy steps, and you don't even see that. This is excellent video quality. Even though it's not 60 frames per second, it's still pretty good. Let's see anything else. Now here's the another portrait shot. This is regular. You see the background? Let's tap on that. See the background? Everything is clear. Now watch when I add minimum bokeh. Got a little bit blurry. And maximum. You can't even see what that is behind there, but the picture in the front still looks clear. All right, that's me right here. Getting ready to cop a pack of donuts. Don't tell nobody y'all seen that picture. And here's a regular white shoes food and wide angle. Regular, wide angle. Regular, wide angle. Sick. All right, now me personally, I love taking wide angle shots because I want to see as much information as I can in the picture. I want to see all the cars. I want to see everything. So this wide angle lens is really going to come in handy. And if you notice, it doesn't distort. It doesn't make everything look like fisheye. It still looks pretty good. There's regular. This is what, every time I go to the store in the middle of the night, I buy the same thing. Cat food, water, paper towels. Now, here's my regular night shot. You see that awning? It's dark red. The same thing on the Huawei phones. But the Huawei phones, when you activate night mode, it'll make that awning look bright red. And here's the wide angle. Bang. All right, let's wrap this up. Now, let me answer those two questions from the beginning of the video. Number one, is the Samsung A50 worth $300? And the answer is hell yeah. At $300 for all of the features that you get, this is a major win. Now, even if it was $400, I would have been comfortable paying that. I might have had a few more gripes, but at $300, you cannot complain. This is a beast. Number two, if I had to choose, would I take the P30 Lite or the Samsung A50? Both of these phones are dope. But if it was me and my money, I'm going with the Samsung A50. And let me tell you why. The P30 Lite, you do got a better build quality. It does feel a little bit faster and smoother, and you got your thought protection. But on the Samsung A50, you got a better camera, better speakers, a better display. You got the real always-on display, fully customizable. You got video lock screen. You got all those multitasking features with the pop-up windows. And the phone is way more customizable. Not to mention, you got your on-screen fingerprint sensor versus the old-school fingerprint sensor on the back. So it just looks and feels a little bit more modern. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, this phone is a major go. If you got kids, all right, if you got parents that's elderly, or you're looking for a good trap phone, a good work phone, a good thought phone, your scumbag phone, you need to check out this A50. This is a beast. Now, let me say this. I know somebody's going to ask, am I going to do the A70 and the A80? And the answer is yes. All right? After getting blown away by this A50, I can't wait to try out the other ones. And on another note, everybody's asking me, am I getting the Galaxy Fold? And the answer is yes. Soon as it comes out in the stores and it's available, I'm going to buy it and review it. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat, boys allowed. Oh yeah. Special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat. Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. #salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock won the beam up.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Energize.
We're in a situation where everybody in the world uses technology. And if you're gonna buy some of that technology, you gotta understand certain things. Subscribe to Flossy Carter. He does reviews of all the latest technology. The iPhones, the iPads, the Galaxies, the Samsungs, whatever the fuck. The Beats by that doctor guy. And he puts his kitty cat in the videos too for you something to look at. You know, I'm an animal lover, so I like that shit. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, the Flossy Carter on the YouTube, the follow button on the Instaface, and the like button on the Facelook. Because if you don't, we're gonna have a fucking problem here. A bad one. Now hit the fucking subscribe button.